Well, Vidit simply just chases it away.
Yeah, this is a waste of a move. Vidit puts his bishop back. The queen defends g2, and Jan's going to have to move his rook again. He's wasted a whole tempo. I mean, remember, you do kind of want to play knight f5, but you can't because a queen takes f5. This would be the kind of ideal plan, but you can't lose tempos in positions like this, I feel, Jovanka. It's such a sharp position. You're on the back foot with your king here. I think this move, well, this is a big mistake. So Jan now counterattacks.
But look at this.
Getting crazy.
Rook to c7 is getting crazy. And then the first question you have to ask is, what is going to happen if white grabs the rook? Is it really enough play?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what's he doing? Oh, what a move. Knight b5. I love this move. He's keeping it. He's keeping things tactical. I think he can leave that rook alone for the time being. And if you take on c4, there's even knight d6 coming in. This knight looking for the square here.
Great move by Vidit. And now 2 rooks on freeze. You have to defend one.
You can't defend them both, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's what a great move by Vidit. I guess you have to save the rook on h2. That one's completely up for grabs, and knight takes rook.
So Vidit goes the exchange up. Let's remember bishop takes c4 as a tactic that doesn't quite work because the knight defends the queen. It's the kind of thing you've got to look for here. It looks great. Maybe now your e4. Just come through the center. I suppose e4, bishop takes d4. Oh no, I thought that was a king there. It's a rook.
So bishop on g1
so confused by this position.
A great defender.
It is.
No, but I like your move, although you no tactical problems for white whatsoever along the c line.
They both have under
E4.
3 minutes now. The time is getting intense. This is also, I think, a very nice move. When you material up, what do you want to do? You want to exchange pieces off. The computer doesn't like it so much, but it's a very human move to play. Get rid of your opponent's most active pieces. You've got the extra rook, the extra exchange, so just try to swap things off. But why doesn't the computer like this as much? I think the computer is now saying pawn takes pawn. Gives black some tactical chances, maybe because the queen can come in. Did he play it?
Wow.
No,
No, he didn't play it.
Played rook
he played
h2.
rook h2.
Okay. And now maybe just bishop g1.
Whether...
What if you go bishop g1 offering a draw? Maybe then you play pawn takes pawn or something. Vidit only needs a draw. Let's remember, white only needs a draw. So he always has the opportunity.
Simon,
yeah.
It's not possible to go pawn takes pawn if you go bishop g1, because now you can do the bishop takes pawn trick.
And swap off a lot of things, yeah?
Yeah, you swap off queens and you pick up the rook on h2.
Would look very good, that one. 2 exchanges up, I think, at the end of that, right?
Yeah.
So bishop g1 not possible.
He's completely mad. So bishop g1.
I guess, Jovanka, the kind of thing that you don't want to do is, if you're Vidit here, is you know you're winning this, but you really want to stop your opponent playing moves like rook takes g2. Okay, he's played rook c1. Maybe the threat is now bishop takes e6. Is that the idea?
That is certainly the idea.
Computer not liking that move.
Overprotecting the queen. Well, yeah, I guess probably it wasn't the best move on the computer scale, but in a human scale, you can't go wrong by overprotecting your pieces.
No, I agree. Everything lined up nicely here, and you create a threat. And creating a threat and a safe threat is always something well worth doing. And what is Jan now playing? He's moved his queen out of the way of that tactic, or bishop takes e6. The computer is basically, the nerves are high here, as you can see, but I don't think they're playing that badly. It's just a very hard position for humans to play because there's so many tactics going on here.
And even though white is material up, there's still a lot of danger for Vidit.
There is,
because the rook is well placed on h2, and of course with the king sitting on e1, Well, Vidit cannot
Ooh.
rest, and that's why he's played bishop g1.
Well, now
I'm
E3.
thinking your idea, take on e3.
E3. Oh, would he play it? He hasn't.
No, he's played rook
the
h1.
Okay, I think what Jan's idea is as well is to keep up on the clock. Yeah, keep the position complicated. Keep up on the clock, and he's got a minute advantage because this will keep the pressure very firmly on Vidit's side. And Vidit is spending a little bit too long here per move. He's got to play quicker here. And his next move is not obvious. Black's threatening to take on e3 at some point, opening the position. Maybe the queen can take on a3. It's actually really messy, this position. You know, the valuation bar says Vidit's winning, but it's not clear at all. He's taken on f4. Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we see the evaluation bar not meeting that with a seal of approval, just diving down a little bit. And pawn takes pawn on the board. I was wondering whether Nepomniatchchi could actually sacrifice his rook and take the bishop. That might have been an interesting shot.
Yeah.
Bishop f2.
Played. Rook h2, and we've seen this again. And Will Vidit, he's just come back, and Jan can't go for the draw, so he's moved his rook to a more passive square. But I think this supports the knight coming to f5. Imagine that knight. And look, he's having a swig of water. I'm no body language expert, but I do know generally when a player has a swig of water, they're getting more confident. And I feel that Jan is getting happier with his position because his knight now jumps in. Look at that knight. Knight coming into the position, certainly giving chances for Black. Forget about the Federation bar. There are chances here.
Totally. There's certainly chances. And talking about someone who is taking their chances, Elizabeth Pates is on the verge of checkmating Anna Mizichuk. Her position is very, very dangerous indeed. So she looks like she will be getting her comeback victory. Remember, she had to win on demand with the black pieces.
Yeah. The knight jumps in. Black's queen goes a little bit passive with the queen. Vidit, a minute 23. Vidit's still in control though, right? He's still controlling this. Yeah. Jan's doing everything he can, but look at this great c-file. At some point, the queen will dive into the position. Maybe the knight will dive in. And Jan hasn't created any threats for a while. So even though Jan had the sip of the water, it didn't seem to help him much. Normally that sip makes you play some brilliant moves, but not in this case.
Certainly not in this case. But the question, though, is can Vidit kind of hold his nerve with so little time on the clock? He has just over 1 minute, and we all know that in such a fraught environment, one tends to make mistakes. So Nepomniatchchi actually has to find a way to kind of maintain the balance. I'm like looking at moves like knight g3.
There's a big threat, isn't it? Bishop g6, I think. So yeah, this is
so
stop ideas.
Set it up. King to g7, very nice, and bishop f2 played. And I like the way that Vidit is always going to meet rook h2 with bishop g1. Chase that rook away.
This is a nice move because it's just controlling the black knight. If the black knight comes in, then it will be eliminated. So the rook comes back to h2. And again, this is Nepo's strategy, I think. Keep Vidit under time trouble. Even if you're not doing well, particularly well on the board, this might be a chance later on. And Vidit doing really well so far. I would, yeah, like to say, why not just?
Isn't there some knight c7 ideas?
Quite possibly, yeah. He's gone queen c8. I like this move as well because rook c7 and just threatening the bishop on a8. This looks good. This looks like a good move for Vidit.
Rook h8 probably forced.
Rook h8. Well, but then your queen gets to this square with tempo. He has played it. He's keeping pressure on the clock. But Vidit's queen, so active now, Jovanka. And you can even start doing stuff like queen a7 and bringing your rook in as well.
And not to forget, Simon, that there is a pawn up for grabs on f4.
There's so many things going on here. I really can't keep an eye on all the pieces.
Yeah.
But Vidit's controlling everything, right? He's controlling everything.
Vidit is. And just, Vidit also with the bishop on d3 keeps an eye on the knight on f5. So any e5 pawn breaks can't be played immediately. And Nepomniatchchi now ticking to just over a minute. So he puts his bishop on d5. But did he play your idea? King d2. Love it.
Such a calm move. And he's getting ready now to use the other rook when he's controlling both of the half-open lines. Maybe one idea is just bishop takes knight and rook e1. Attack the queen. Get rid of black's one active piece. I mean, Vidit, at the moment, I can't see him losing this game because he is playing so well. He's playing like a star. This is probably commentator's curse. He's probably going to blunder now, so I shouldn't have said that, but he's keeping his cool so well. And it's his move now. Taking the knight and going rook e1 just looks logical. Will he play this idea? Because the queen, he has. He's taken it. He's taken on f5. And Nepo takes back quickly. What does he do next? The rook
fe1, attack the queen.
And the queen doesn't really have a good square. This is the problem. If it goes to f7, knight d6, well, knight d6 might be game over. This might be the end. Jan, squinting there. I think this could be. I can't see how you can keep defending the knight. Is he going to resign? Is Vidit going to be through to the next round? What's he done? Where's he moved to? He's gone bishop e4. That is a move of a desperate man. That is. That is a desperate move.
Desperate times call with desperate measures, but probably the only one. But what's to stop Vidit from just grabbing that piece? But instead, he plays the very calm move. Oh, this is nice. Beautiful. Setting up the threat of knight takes f5 check. Ooh.
I mean, what an amazing game by Vidit. He could have grabbed the bishop, Ivanka, but as you say, he keeps up the pressure. The threat, knight takes f5. And what happened there? The queen comes to e6 to defend that. And now Vidit is a whole rook up. He takes on e4. Jan takes back on g2. It's a whole rook, though.
Yeah, Vidit just rook g1. Is that going to seal the victory?
It must be sealing the victory. It's a rook. f3 played. There's still this little check over here you have to keep an eye open for. But the evaluation bar is all the way in Vidit's favour.
And after the trade of rooks, what are we going to see from Vidit? Knight takes pawn. D5. No, d5.
He keeps finding tricks, though, does Jan. He keeps finding moves that just get the game rolling a little bit further. But the problem is now, after the king moves to e2, this queen has nowhere to go. That is the end. Vidit goes through to the next round. Amazing stuff there. Brilliant play by Vidit, and Jan being very gracious in defeat there, but Vidit deserves that one, doesn't he, Ivanka?
Yeah, you could just see the smile on Vidit's face, the tension, the relief after qualifying into the quarterfinals. What an epic performance by Vidit there in the second tiebreaks. He just completely overpowered Nepomniatchchi, and what a performance in this game. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing.